Hello, my friends. How are you tonight? So happy to be here. So happy to be sharing this with you. This is something that is near and dear to my heart. I'm here live with you to talk about time travel. For those of you that know me, my name is Coach Dean Brown, father of five, high performance life and attraction, law of attraction coach, affiliate marketer, serial businessman. I empower coaches, consultants, creative business owners, and C-suite executives who are struggling with lack of results and cracking that code to being more productive while working fewer days per week, not fewer hours per day, but fewer days per week, so they can reconnect with their passions and afford to have more fun while they're doing it. My friends, I teach how to generate more high-ticket leads, close more sales, scale revenue, maximize personal and team results to be making it so you can have more fun and enjoy life while you're doing it. Hey, I'm a brother to those that know me and a friend to those that don't, and I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. By all means, if you are watching me live, let me know what you are, where you are from, and what you have to say about what's going on right here, right now. I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit here. There we go. And I am so happy to be asking that you ask some comments, because this is an interesting subject tonight, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. Time travel. What you've invented a time machine. It's successful. It works. Now you're going to go back in time to see yourself and give yourself some advice. How old is that person going to be when you go back, and what are you going to tell them? Right now, the reason I'm doing this is I'm involved in a 14-day live online video challenge, and today is the topic, or this is the topic for today, I should say. And what do you think you would say to yourself? How old would you be, and what would the advice be? How do you feel about this whole concept of traveling back in time, quantum jumping, whatever you want to call it, quantum shift, whatever the case may be? But I'm just curious, how do you feel about the opportunity? Now, would it take you a long time to think about this? Would it be something that you've thought about before, and you're saying to yourself, man, oh man, if I had the chance to go back in time and talk to my younger self, I would be so ready to go back when I was 14, 19, 21, whatever. And I would say this, or I would say that. What is it that you would say? And how old would you go back to? Of course, you would know exactly. You are the best one to know exactly when that would be and what you should say, because we know the things we've done wrong. We know the things we want to change. We know the things that we think we would have had a better life if we didn't experience or didn't do or didn't mess up. And where would you be now if you were to change those things then? If you were to be able to go back in time and change something you did or said or experienced, how would that make things for you now? Would you still be the same person? Would you still have the same thoughts, the same abilities, the same skills, the same experiences? The answer is no, you would not. You would not be the same person. You would not have had the same experiences. You would not be able to claim that you had such and such a life, such and such a happenstance. You would not. It would have changed your timeline entirely. I don't know if you've watched the series recently, Loki, but that is dealing with how the time stream is consistent and needs to be protected so that things don't change so much that everybody's future changes dramatically, and people would not be born. If you didn't meet certain people, maybe you wouldn't have met your wife, and that would mean that if you didn't meet your wife, your kids would not be around. Now, there might be some of you that like that idea, and I'm sorry for you if that's the case, but think about this seriously. Think about this deeply. What would you like to change about who you are and what you've experienced and the person that you are now? Is there something that is so bad, so nasty, so dark, that you just don't want it to be part of who you are right now? Can you claim that? Is that something that you could honestly say, hey man, I wouldn't want to be me? And this is exactly where I was when this thought came up. And I think I'm one of the few people that feels this way. But I can tell you right now what I would change and what I would leave the same. I would change nothing. I would absolutely, and I went through some shit. I went through some nasty crap that was no fun. Two attempted suicides, all kinds of fighting on the street, drugs, crime. Uh, but it led me to be the experienced person that I am now. Uh, my bullshit meter goes to 15, and most people can't get past 10. So you can't pull anything over my eyes. And having said that, I've been knowing that the world is the world system is broken for a long time now, for almost 2 years. As soon as this whole nonsense started, I realized that, wait a second, this isn't right. And the way it's been handled has been wrong. And this is what we're talking about. You yourself, as an individual, you're the only one that can truly, truly make a different choice for yourself. You can listen to the outside stuff, and you can listen to this person says I should do that, and that person says I should do this. But you get the ultimate choice. You get the ultimate opportunity to use your awareness and your choice, those two things we're born with, to truly change who you are, to truly change your paradigm. Now, you have to change habits, you have to change mindset, you have to change thought patterns, you have to change feelings to change your paradigm. And this is what the law of attraction is all about. Now, when you get to that place where you realize who you are, that's when you should change things. Not in the past, in the now. That is when you want to make a change for yourself, for your future. Is now, not in the past. Because when you go to the past to make those changes, you change that skill set that you have now. You change that awareness that you have now. You become less of a person. You become a different person. And I don't know if you're a sci-fi fan, if you watched the Terminator series, or what's that one where oh my goodness, I can't think of the word that people are sent back in time for him to shoot. I can't think of what that was called now. It wasn't called, it was Loopers. And there's various different movies and different, concepts of time travel. And even the Avengers went back in time to do a bunch of stuff with the Infinity Stones, and change what Thanos did. And there's a lot of talk and a lot of theory and a lot of conjecture about what it means to change the future, to change who we are, what we've experienced, what other people are going to experience, and our future in the now. And now is when you change it. You don't go back to change the now. You start now to change the future. And this is how I feel. I strongly feel that this is the best way to answer this question. Now, last year when I did this video challenge, lots of people said I would go back to at such and such an age, and I would not do this, or I would not do that. I would change this thing that I did, or that thing that I did, or this person that I met, or that person that I hurt. But the thing is that this is all part of who we are. All of this tapestry is who we are, and we are who we are now because of what we've experienced in the past. And we're going to become in the future who we are based on what we decide now. We weren't able to change our thoughts and our patterns and everything back then any better than we are right now, other than the fact that now is the time. We didn't know what we had to change back then. Now we do, is what I meant by that. We know what we've done wrong, and we know what we want to do different. Now's the time to make that change, not 10, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years ago, because it's a moot point, in my opinion. It's what I find a very interesting subject, because there's a lot of people that would jump right on it and say, yeah, I want to go back when I was 14. I made the worst mistake in the world when I was 14. And it was just one of those things. Don't live in the past. Enjoy the person you are today because of your experiences in the past. 100%. And you can see that I'm not sure who you are. So you've not clicked on the StreamYard app link that's in this post. So just go up in the post and click on the StreamYard link, and then I'll be the next comment you make. I'll be able to see who you are, or you can tell me who you are right now. But you're right. Don't live in the past. Enjoy the person you are today. Dana, it's you again. You silly rabbit. I don't know what's happening. I did change a few things for myself, but it's good to have you in, hun. Very, very thankful that you're here. And you were actually on my Go Live the last time I talked about this, I remember. And again, right? Again, I'm just so stoked about how we have this opportunity to make a difference for ourselves today. And not so much, yeah, right? It's meant to be. You've got that right, girl. You've got that right. It is meant to be. And who we are now is who we're meant to be, just like Dana just said. And it's an amazing thing that people actually embrace the concept of changing who they are now. My friends, my brothers, my sisters, we need to find a way to love who we are now. At least embrace the truth of who we are now. Accept who we are now. And yeah, there's going to be things we want to do differently. We want to lose weight. We want to exercise more. We want to stop smoking, eat less, spend more time with so-and-so, whatever the case may be. But we need to be in that place where we can actually make a difference for our future that actually counts. And now is the time to do that. So, there you go, right? Your son taught you that lesson. And I'd love to hear more about that, Dana. By all means, add a little bit more in the comments, and I'll share it with everybody on the Go Live. But and of course, Dana makes a great point. My son taught me that lesson. This is a powerful, powerful truth for us. If you go back in time, Dana, you wouldn't have your son to teach you that lesson, and you would never know that truth. You would never have that wisdom. You wouldn't be able to avoid the things that would happen because you wouldn't know that lesson. And this is the whole point of what I'm talking about. We need to embrace who we are now. We need to accept what we've done and what we need to do in order to become a better person, because now is the only time we have. Now, there may come a time when, and we're using the word time here, when man is able to travel that fourth dimension, the time dimension, because we have length, width, and depth. That's our three audible or noticeable visual realms, dimensions. But time is one of those that we feel as linear, but from a spiritual sense, we know there is no limit to time. It's always right now. And we can actually experience that right now that never ends. The moment is eternal in the now. As soon as we start thinking about the past or the future, we've left now, and we've now limited ourselves to the thinking that the past or the future is something that matters. But I ask you, seriously, try to do something in the past. You can't do it. Try to do something in the future. You can't do it. But do anything you want now. And this is where the power is. This is where the truth is. This is where reality is. Our lives, our futures, our personal reality starts now. If you want to change something in your life, for your family, for your future, you start now. Because a few moments ago when I said that, that's the past. That was something I can't change. What I said, how I did it, there you go. So here we are. Dana was able to type this out, and I'm hoping you don't mind if I share this, Dana, because I asked you to do that so that I could teach everybody the lesson. So I am going to share this, and forgive me, because I think you realized that I was going to share this. So here we go. So your son asked you if I would change my split with your husband, and I said yes. I didn't want that hurt for them. He was offended, saying he is who he is today, partly because of their split. He asked if I like who he is now. And when I said yes, he said, then why do I want to change him? Powerful. Powerful. I'm going to leave that up there for a minute for people to read that, Dana. I hope you don't mind, because this is amazing. This is powerful. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. And thank you, Dana. You keep showing up, and we are so aligned. We are so in tune with the reality of who we are meant to be and who we are now. And this is a powerful, powerful truth for anybody watching this. Anybody that feels that it should go back and change something for the sake of their kids, for the sake of someone else, not even just for your own sake, but for the sake of someone else, don't do it. Don't think that it's the way to go. Because like your son said, Dana, why do I want to change him? Why did you want to change him? And I you know what? I don't want to change me. And Dana, I wouldn't want to see you change because of the things that you've meant to me in my life, and how, you know, there was, I'm not sure when you and Scott split up, but I know that it was somewhere around the Everest time. And let's see what you have to say here. He would go through all that hurt again to be who he is today. See, there you go. There you go. And that's powerful right there. That is so powerful, Dana. We need to love who we are. We need to be able to appreciate who we are and what we've become and what we can become, because that's where the power is, in that awareness of, hey, I've been there, I've done that, I've experienced this. I can help other people in the now when the universe aligns us together, and I can get them to that place where they will appreciate their future based on the now and what they chose to do with awareness. Remember, born with two things, awareness and choice. And it's a powerful, powerful concept when we consider that truth is undeniable. It's inescapable. And if we decide that we think that that truth should be changed, then the change would become undeniable, and it would change everything. And there would be a totally different truth. You would be a totally different person. Dana, you might not even have your son if that would be the case, because of how things went, right? And this is the point that I'm making, my friends. Be happy with who you are now. If you're struggling, if you're in a place where you can't bring things together, it's not that you did something wrong in the past. It's that there's something wrong now. Don't worry about the past. The past is gone. Like I mentioned, I mean, yeah, you made mistakes, but learn from those mistakes. Be aware of what you did wrong or what you could have done better. Embrace that. Give yourself a break. You are someone that can be loved and should be loved and are loved. And you've done so many wonderful things with where you are, who you are, and what you are now. Don't deny that. Don't think that that's something that needs to be changed. That's so bad that you want to destroy it. That's what I did when I tried to kill myself. I thought that everything was so bad that I had to kill myself. And I convinced myself of that twice. And I'm so thankful I didn't do that. And Dana, as you know, you were part of that. And this is, again, I wouldn't want you to change because you wouldn't be there, have been there like you were to guide me past that, and to be my friend after the first one and so on, and the second one, and blah, blah, all that stuff, because it's our reality. It's who we're meant to be. The universe puts our challenges in front of us to teach us what we need to overcome, what we need to learn to get to the next level of our existence, the next level of our personal reality, the next stage in our paradigm change. Because as you live life, if you keep going through the same pattern, the same cycles all the time, and you don't change anything, nothing changes. And there you go. Puts people in front of us too, right? So there you go, Dana, 100%. And this is the truth of what I'm talking about. And I know you can follow this truth, Dana, because you agree with me. And you're proving my point with your comments. So thank you so much. And I just, it's interesting because I could talk about this for a long time. There's a lot of, as much as it seems to go in circles, we always uncover more truth about our reality as we go. Like, oh yeah, I wouldn't want to change that, and oh yeah, I want to make sure that this stays the same, and so on and so forth. You have strengths, you have abilities, you have influence on other people, that if you were to change something in your past, you wouldn't have that anymore, and it would be different. You might, who knows what you might be, but you wouldn't be who you are now. And who you are now is who you're meant to be now. And this is the point that I'm making, is if you want to change that, now is the time to change that. Now is the time to make different decisions. Now is the time to ask for different help. Now is the time to change your paradigm. And that's who I am. I am the paradigm changer. I have survived through so much crap and through so many challenges, and it's not going to stop. There's lots of things still to happen. I still have surgeries to go and so on and so forth from my cancer scare and blah, blah. And it's, it is what it is. We all have something to deal with. We have parents that are struggling. We have challenges to face. Oh, let me see now. We have something here. Advice I would give myself, my younger self: trust that you are on the right path and keep going. Always treat people how you want to be treated. And don't change anything. That's right. Very, very good, Dana. I appreciate that. Very apt and very truthful. And it would be a strengthening of who we already were and how we can become who we are supposed to become with more chutzpah, more finesse, more influence, more conviction. And this is a powerful, powerful truth, my friends. So, you know what? Absolutely trust you're on the right path. And even now, if you've got challenges, the fact that you recognize what those challenges are is the fact that you know and you can change it. Think about that. If you're aware of things you need to change, you're aware of things you need to change. You have the power to be aware. You have the power to make the choice. My friends, you have the power to change your paradigm. You have the power to change who you are and become something more powerful, more influential, more lovable, more kind, more compassionate. This is our world needs to change, and we need to connect with each other to help each other make that change. Dana, it's so awesome that you're here again, as you said, again. And it's just like, wow, this just doesn't stop happening. And it's so powerful that we connect with people and we always do the things that we think are right. And then when we wonder, we say, hey, maybe I shouldn't do that. But we go ahead and we do it. And then something happens and someone shows up and says, oh, I'm so glad you did that. And that's when you realize, wow, I was supposed to keep doing that. I wasn't supposed to doubt myself. And that's the catch, where our ego wants us to stay safe. But we don't get any better if we stay safe. We need to be uncomfortable by choosing to change and getting uncomfortable so that we can become better. And sometimes doing those challenging things, like, for example, why did I join this 14-day online video challenge? Because I needed to be boosted back into my video habits after being in the hospital. And I was kind of delaying and I was putting it off. And it was one of those where the universe kept saying, Dean, you need to get back into this. Dean, you need to get back into doing that. And I kept saying, yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there. But the universe put Helen Martin in front of me, and boom, I was like, yeah, I better start now. As a matter of fact, I was even a little bit late starting. And then I realized, oh, come on, dude, get your ass in gear and just do it. And this is my advice to you as well. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like Brene Brown says, and just go. Do it. Like that swoosh on the Nike shoes. Just do it. And it's so easy once you get into momentum. Keep the flow, keep the momentum, keep going, keep being better than today than you were yesterday. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about yesterday. Just focus on today. Keep in mind that your power, your greatest power, is now. And you can do a lot. And I don't mean that, you have to think that I have to do so much today. Just do the best you can with what you have now. And don't stress about the rest. And when you're finished, when you lay your head down on the pillow at night, thank yourself for what you did well. Don't spank yourself for what you couldn't get done. Because guess what? There's lots of now coming. We are meant to be here. We are meant to do something for ourselves, for others. It's like you and I, Dana. We are, the universe puts people in front of us all the time. The universe has put you in front of individuals and you've saved them. The universe has put me in front of individuals and I've saved them. And we set the example for us to do the same for others. Super powerful, my friends, super powerful. And I just wanted to share this with you guys. 24 minutes has gone by and I could keep talking, but I don't want to go too long because everybody's got a life to live and things need to happen now. And maybe it is that you got to go to the washroom now. Who knows? But much love, my friends. Thank you for being here again, Dana. Now, Dana, please go on the post afterwards and just find that Facebook StreamYard /Facebook. You get what you give. Yeah, 100%. But so I can see who it is and you don't have to worry about it, and the world can see who you are, just go ahead. It's in the post. Where are you? You're in the group. So cool. Just go in the post after the live stops. Go up in the post and you'll see that little blue link for StreamYard Facebook. And just click on the link. It'll take you where you need to go. And just say, give permission to StreamYard. And from then on, I'll be able to see that it's you. And I won't have to say, hey, is that you again, Dana? And all good, my dear girl. And much love to you, sister. And thank you so much, Facebook user. There we go, right? Because you can see as I put up your comments that it's not you. It's just a Facebook user. So my friend and all of you friends, all of you brothers and sisters, thank you so much for being here. By the way, if you're watching on any of my Facebook pages, thank you, Dana. Much love, sister. And give me a, now remember, just a like is kind of lame. Give me the heart, the love, or the care. Comments are awesome, Dave. You've been amazing at giving me comments. If you're watching this on Twitter, by all means, leave a comment. Some places you can only leave a like in YouTube. So if you're in my LinkedIn, you can leave other things. By all means, connect with me if you like what I'm saying on LinkedIn. And if you're in my YouTube channel watching this, by all means, because I'm streaming live to 8 different platforms right now, by all means, subscribe. And let's just keep this thing flowing, my friends. I'm going to carpet bomb, like my friend Brian Kelly said the other day with the Automation Master Carpet Bomb Marketing. Just get out there. I am Dean Brown Marketing Limited, and I am Coach Dean Brown and the Paradigm Changer. So, my friends, I am going to give you the old goodbye owl, and that's my sign. Signing off. Much love. See you tomorrow.